For me, I think the biggest thing that football taught me was how to overcome adversity.
At some point in your life, you're going to have some tough times.
You have to have that next play mentality.
That cohesiveness and that working together, that's really something special that you can't get in a lot of other areas.
When you practice that and you live that in other phases of your life, it becomes second nature because all you know how to do is fight.
It's not an easy game. If it were easy, everyone would do it.
You start to appreciate the smaller contributions that people make. You don't just look at the big one because you knew it took 6 or 7 other guys who are unsung.
And you know, you can't take shortcuts and be successful.
Doing what they do to make it possible for the guy getting the press clippings or whatever it might be.
In this game, whether it's as a coach or a player.
So I would certainly say that you know, you definitely got a very quick lesson in how to overcome adversity playing football.
And don't forget to check out and order your copy of our latest book, Stiff Arming Football Myths. You can find this available in both paperback and PDF form on our website at footballgameplan.com/books. Contrary to popular belief, the 49ers are set at quarterback with Colin Kaepernick. The fifth-year pro has great leadership, toughness, and above-average skills in the situational football department. Consistency around him is what's needed from this football team, and if the Niners can supply that, they'll be just fine. They also can't afford an injury here because depth behind Kaepernick is questionable at best. Even without Frank Gore, the 49ers backfield is in good shape. Second-year man Carlos Hyde is ready to be the lead guy after showcasing well as a rookie in limited action. The 49ers also give back Kendall Hunter at 100%, and they bring in 10-year veteran Reggie Bush via free agency as well. And that's a pretty impressive trio right there for the Niners. Rookie fourth-round pick Mike Davis out of South Carolina also factors in the mix. Now, San Francisco is also strong at fullback with Bruce Miller and Trey Miller, who took a red shirt last season. Miller, I believe, has good all-around skills and can also be an H-back if need be. While the Niners may not be spectacular at this spot, they are solid and can get the job done. I think the duo of Anquan Bolden and free agent signee from the Baltimore Ravens, Torrey Smith, can do enough to keep defenses honest. The real X factor, I believe, is whomever gets the third wide receiver role, because this is a guy that they really need to excel, as it'll allow for Bolden, Smith, and tight end Vernon Davis more one-on-one opportunities and more favorable matchups. Competing for that role is third-year man Quentin Patton, second-year man Bruce Ellington, and rookie fourth-round pick DeAndre Smelter from Georgia Tech. The issue is that Patton is the only healthy one out the group, but once they're all are 100%, in my opinion, Smelter would give them exactly what they need at that spot. Tight end is stable as always with Vernon Davis, who had a rare down year last season, and the Niners drafted Blake Bell out of Oklahoma in the 4th round this year. And in my opinion, he's an upgrade over third-year player Vance McDonald, who hasn't been the standout the team envisioned when they selected him in the 2nd round of the 2013 draft. There are some questions here for the 49ers after losing both Mike Iupati and Anthony Davis in the offseason. The two stalwarts that are left up front are left tackle Joe Staley and left guard Alex Boone. You can also add Daniel Kilgore to that list once he gets off the PUP list, but the club will pin its hopes on a few young guys stepping up in seasoned opportunities. Guys like second-year players and Marcus Martin and Brandon Thomas. Both will compete for starting spots at center and right guard respectively. The Niners also signed Eric Pierce via free agency from the Buffalo Bills, and he'll come in and start at right tackle, but depth overall is a big-time concern here as well for San Francisco.
I love football. I cannot get enough of football. I watch it on every level.
The emotional release, you know, whether it's an exciting play that gets you all jacked up and juiced, or whether it's the fact that you're able to pour everything you have. Whatever frustration you had that week, you can put into that first kickoff coverage, that first block that you have, whatever it might be.
And I couldn't think of anything better to do to fill that void that you have as a football player than to get into coaching.
You get a chance to release a lot of emotion that you otherwise have no place to release. There's nothing else like that.
Again, the relationships you build and the people you're around, and watching the guys compete, not just on the football field, but in life after they get done playing. It's just an amazing game.
In my opinion, the 49ers are still solid here along the defensive line. Yes, they lose Justin Smith, but they do get both Glenn Dorsey and Ian Williams back from injury. They also bring in division rival Darnell Dockett via free agency to provide depth, along with rookie first-round pick Eric Armstead out of Oregon. Armstead is the future at defensive end, but will see valuable minutes as a rookie. Defensive end Quentin Dowell showed good versatility last year and is heading into this season as the starter. You also have to like what you've seen in limited action from both Tank Carradine and nose tackle Mike Purcell. Both are valuable reserves, along with Tony Gerard-Eddy. At a second glance, I don't think the Niners are a travesty at linebacker. Yes, losing guys of the caliber of Patrick Willis, Chris Borland, and Aldon Smith hurt, but San Francisco has drafted pretty well here, and I think they'll be just fine. Navarro Bowman returns fully healthy and should get back to his all-pro form. 10-year vet Ahmad Brooks is still an impact player on both ends of defense. The strides that Aaron Lynch made in his game last year as a rookie makes the loss of Aldon Smith less important. Now Lynch, I believe, is primed for a breakout season. Michael Will Hoyt is another steady player at inside backer, and I still like the rotational depth here with Corey Lemonnier, Nick Moody, and rookie third-round pick Eli Harold out of Virginia. So the cupboard isn't bare at all, and I still think there's opportunities for guys like Shane Scove, Steve Berharnis, and Nick Ballore to have an impact, whether in a regular defense or on special teams. So there's still a lot of talent, I believe, at the second level. Once again, things aren't as bad as they seem here for the 49ers. This is, in my opinion, a pretty strong group, especially at safety. The Niners possess two excellent starters in Eric Reed and Antoine Bethea, with two young, athletic, and versatile guys in Jimmy Ward and rookie second-round pick Jaquiski Tart out of Samford. In this day and age of the passing offense and unique personnel groupings, having a quartet of safeties like this gives you a lot of options defensively. They do lose both starting corners, but both Tremaine Brock and free agent signee Sharice Wright should step in and excel, and I don't think there'll be a drop-off with those two. What will be exciting is to see the growth of the young players in Dante Johnson, Keith Reeser, and Kenneth Aker. The latter two are coming off season-ending injuries, and there's also Marcus Cromartie and Leon McFadden that provide good depth on the inside. The 49ers will be breaking in a new punter this year. Rookie fifth-round pick Bradley Pinion out of Clemson has a strong leg and gets great hang time on his punts. Kicker Phil Dawson is back for his 17th season in the NFL after connecting on 80% of his field goal attempts last year. The coverage units, I think, should be real good this season. Guys like Nick Ballore and undrafted rookie free agent Jared Hayne should be standouts. Hayne is a former rugby player that is tearing it up right now in the preseason. The return game features a wealth of talent and options at their disposal. Bruce Ellington, Jared Hayne, and undrafted free agent Dress Anderson out of Utah could see time in that role. I have the 49ers finishing fourth in the NFC West. This team won't be as bad as they're being made out to be. They'll still be strong defensively, and they still have enough offense to compete. The flip side is that the offensive line questions and the questions at receiver still limit this team's potential this season as they are going through a roster transition. And I also want to give a huge shout out to 49er fan forums for always showing football game plan support.